Yeah.
Don't laugh.
This is Yuki and Faust coming at you with the podcast. We're gonna be so amazing. It's gonna be on blast. So sit yourself down and relax your mind. We're gonna sit down and expand your bloody minds. Boom! Yeah. Take over. Take over. You gotta take over.
No.
Oh my God. You're totally not. You're
skills,
totally
right?
not.
But I have
into
to admit,
this
this is
you?
like better than a lot of source-fed raps that they do.
Already, we just started the podcast and you're now blasting source fed. All right.
No, I was.
Shut up. Let me do an intro. All right. Hey guys. This. Oh, that's terrible intro. Right. Hey guys. Blah. We're doing a podcast. This is HeDidn'tTextBack Podcast. Originally, it was meant to be He Didn't Text Me Back Podcast because I love grammar and I hate it that their one's called She Didn't Text Back. But the Twitter handle was too long, so we just kept it as He Didn't Text Back. So I'm Yuki. This is Faust. Say hi.
Hey.
And we're offering the female perspective to the She Didn't Text Me Back podcast, which is why I have Faust here with me to give an insight into the female mind. Say hi.
Hey, everyone.
I think you're more closer to giving the female perspective than the male perspective. Okay. So, Faust, you want to tell everybody why we're doing this bloody podcast? Go on.
You just told me to show up. So you can.
So
you can just.
So are you telling me we have no point to this podcast? This is a pointless.
Well, what is there a point to any podcast?
Yeah, true. I mean, people just talk, right? And then they get stuff.
So I guess we're talking now.
Well, according to
it's okay. I have to admit, it's weird talking while you're being recorded.
I know. Do you know how long this took to get started? It's been like 5 minutes, and I'm only gonna upload like 2 minutes of it.
Oh. What's the time limit? Are we going like a 10-minute podcast or like a 15-minute podcast?
Probably half hour or something. But like, come on, the audience are getting bored already. Let's just talk, okay?
Yeah.
So
let's not pretend there is an audience.
Yeah.
Because
then why are we nervous? Well, it's to be honest, like I'm a big fan of William Haynes and Darren von Gardner, and I didn't want to do this podcast alone, so Anyway, the point of Will and Darren's podcast, according to them, is to like throw shade at people, and I only just learned what shade means, and give relationship advice. I'm not saying that that's what we're going to do because we're the worst at relationship advice. And I gotta be honest, what William and Darren are talking about and giving advice about, they're doing a pretty good job. So I'll leave that to them.
Yeah.
Right? What we're going to do is just talk about what they're talking about because we're so bored. Right?
Wait, does that mean I have to listen to their podcast?
No. I'll be your guide. So you don't need to even know shit. You're just turned up, like you said.
I'm pretending William is like sitting right next to me.
That is creepy.
And Darren. Yeah, that is creepy.
That is creepy. Trust me, nobody's gonna listen to this. If anybody's listening to this, shut it off. This is so pointless. Right, so, well, it's called He Didn't Text Me Back, so I'm gonna ask, has a guy ever never texted you back?
Oh, a guy... there are some guys who have never texted me back, but there was like a different pretext to all of that.
And how does that make you feel?
Yeah. Like I'm usually indifferent about these sort of things. So yeah, because especially I'm not romantically involved with these guys, or nor do I want to be in the future, right? So that's it.
Thank you for opening up our minds on the female perspective. So
Yeah.
Well, I've had a few times when guys haven't texted me back, and it feels so shitty, like, what have I done? But it's always their problem, like their commitment issues and stuff like that, or they're just not interested, or they're bored. And let's face it, people get bored with me in the first 10 minutes of meeting me. So as
No.
you can hear, yeah.
Wait, it is going to be like a sad podcast where we just
if
our
William and
Darren's
Darren's podcast is a funny podcast, our one's the realistic sad side.
Oh,
I've got a point about this later on, but let's move on.
All right.
So have you been successful in continuing texting with a guy? I'm gonna laugh at every question I've written down. Think about it.
You know what? I did try to text this guy for some notes in university, and he never texted me back. That kind of hurt.
Oh, okay. Can I just say to anybody who's out there, any aliens and stuff, we are nobodies.
Yeah.
I'm speaking for myself and you because I know we're both nobodies, and nobody's gonna be interested in what we're talking about.
Yeah. So if aliens are actually watching, don't make us the Earth's representatives.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Go to William and Darren.
For that job.
I was gonna call him Darren Haynes. They're married. So yeah, have I been successful in continuing texting with that? Loads of times. You know me. You know me.
You don't put that phone down.
Yeah. I don't know, but I have been successful in getting a guy to text me back continuously. There's only been a few times that I've been rejected. I remember the first time I was rejected. Oh my god. I couldn't imagine someone could reject me. I was like, someone rejected me? I normally reject them. You know what I mean?
I know exactly how that feels. I don't.
Just to let you know, anybody who's listening, he just rolled his eyes.
Yeah, and one more thing, just to let everyone know, I'm a guy, so I'm giving the female.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to give the female perspective here, right? Which I don't have.
Which country are you from? And don't tell your birthplace, because then people will throw stones at you. Where do you live? What country?
Well, I'm in Canada right now.
Oh, yeah, and to make it clear to everyone that I'm in London. And this is a Skype call, and we've been best friends since how many years?
Well, December 2010 is when Avatar came out, right?
Yeah. It's 2010.
No, it was 2009. Yeah, 09. So 6 years now, almost 6 years.
Almost 6 years. So that's kind of longer than Will and Darren's relationship.
Take that.
Take that, bitches. So yeah. Anyway, let's move on. We know that William and Darren... I don't know how many times I'm going to say that. Someone should be counting how many times I've said William and Darren.
Hey, that's a nice drinking game.
Yeah, I know. Take a shot every time she says that.
We know what your opinion on this podcast is going to be. So we're going to help you out. Every time she says William Haynes or Darren, just take a shot.
Or Darren Haynes.
Yeah, just take a shot.
Guys, take a shot. We don't drink. Wait, hold on. That's an incorrect statement. I just said we don't drink, but that's not true. That's so not true.
Yeah, I mean, I probably won't drink on the podcast because I usually, if we continue this, I will be filming this at 7 a.m.
That's awesome.
So that's very sad if I drink at this time.
I want to say that I know that Darren wants to be a successful rapper, and he wants, quote, motherfuckers just doing shit for me, get a cheeseburger from Burger King and fries from McDonald's. He wants to do that kind of stuff. Do you ever want to do...
That would be nice.
That would be nice? For how long would you want to do that for, though?
I wouldn't do that for, Burger King and fries, right? If I became very successful and wealthy, I would spend all of my effort on barbecue wings.
You know what? We just had this thing, and I don't think I've specifically tasted barbecue wings, but I understand if it's the most awesome thing that you.
All right. Let's play another game within this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to name 5 places for wings. Right? You tell me which one yeah. Gonna name them because I have no clue what they taste like, right? So you tell me, you tell me which one I should go for, and I'll go for it, and I'll tell you in the next podcast if this happens. how these wings work.
So
All right?
this is the segment where Faust
Yeah.
tries barbecue wings and he rates them out of 10. So it's the barbecue wings rating. So rotten barbecue wings.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Elegantly put. All right. So number 5.
We need an intro. Barbecue wings.
Barbecue wings.
Barbecue wings with Faust. Boom. This is what he's
All right.
It's
All right.
so
Number
shit.
5. No, number 1. I'll go number 1. From number 1.
All right.
Wingporium.
All right. Done. Wingporium. Next
No.
podcast.
No. Let me finish. They're all cool names. All right. Wingporium. The Wingery.
Okay.
It's not any Wingery. The Wingery.
Maud would love
right?
that.
Yeah. Failtige Irish Pub.
Yeah.
Fred's Bar and Grill.
What?
And Fred's Bar and Grill.
Uh-huh.
And Wacky Wings.
I really like Wingery.
The Wingery? All right, let me see how far this is.
You really want to have this podcast about going on about wings?
Well, no, not all of it, but like a little bit of it.
Oh my god. Can we decide Wingery and then you rate it next week or something? Or next podcast? Sure. Alright, that was Barbecue Wings with Faust.
Oh, it's very close. It's very close. So that's good. I'm going on to
How did we get from Darren's cheeseburger?
Darren's cheeseburger.
You know what? Like, if I could, I would be somebody that is allowed to have someone to do shit for me. That would be awesome. You know, when I was a kid, like, people used to ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up? And all I used to have in my head was, me. This is when I was, 8. Me. Everybody else wanted to be doctors and vets and shit. Me, I wanted to be in a hammock between 2 palm trees on a desert island near a beach.
Oh.
You know, if that was my life goal until 12, 14, until the system forced me to say, what do you want to actually be when you grow up? What's your career priority? And I was like, traveler. Tourism?
That's you know, I don't think travelers get enough credit for their life choices. I don't think there's such thing
as travelers anymore. Are you kidding me?
No,
No. That's just another fancy word for a hobo that has no home, that travels around.
Or a hermit, if you're into politics.
Or if you want to be, American, a nomad.
Nomad, yeah, nomad. Well, but the thing is that you could be a traveler, but also be a photographer, Avatar right? Reference. And then, or it could be a vlogger or something, or it could take video for a third-party website or something, right? And send it to them, and honest, this way you can travel.
I'm bored now, and I'm not listening to you.
Oh, you're not listening to me?
I'm sorry. Right. I'm just watching your mouth move. Can we move
on? It's
okay.
That happens a lot. She stops listening to me a lot.
It's I don't give a fuck about what you're saying. And can we move on, please? I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Cannot tell you what you're talking about.
Yeah, but what I wanted to do when I was a kid, I think it was one of the rare ones that...
Again, I'm not listening. I'm kidding. Carry on.
I did not want to do anything. I think I was actively being lazy even at the age of 8.
I was daydreaming about islands and being stuck on a deserted island, and I was awesome. It was awesome.
Like if someone asked me today, what do you want to do with your life? I was like, okay, I could really go for some barbecuing.
And that's when you haven't grown up.
Yeah.
And we're what? I'm 24, and you're what? 25?
32.
32. Yeah, mentally we're 30, 40. And Darren and William, they're 24 and, 24 and 21 or something. And they still got those dreams. So we're still not grown up. So that's awesome. I like it when people still retain their kind of childishness. And next thing I wanted to talk about is William's maybe hero or something. He talks about Drake a lot, which I find it's really annoying because that's one thing I don't like about Will. He loves Drake, and I gotta be honest. I thought about it, and I was like, how many songs have I, listened to made by Drake? 2.
No.
I can name them. It's Oh Na Na, the one where Rihanna's confused about what's her name. And the other ones, like, we started from the bottom, now we're here. And he just sounds drunk all the time. I mean, do you think he's a good rapper? I mean, I think he's
like for some reason,
Sorry,
I always
William
imagine.
Haynes, if you're listening to me, which is highly likely not. Karen. Disclaimer.
Right. So every time I hear not Shakespeare. Every time I hear Drake, I imagine him in like a Shakespeare outfit.
Drake to Shakespeare.
No, hear me out. No, there's a connection there for me. Like every time I hear Drake, right? It feels like he's wearing a Shakespeare outfit. One of those. Whatever. I don't know what they're called. You know what? I'm gonna Google them right now. Hold on one second.
We ain't got time for you Googling. What are you talking about?
Just it's a podcast, man. Chill out.
We ain't got time. No. Look, they already switched off. Come on.
Okay.
Talk while you're doing it, at least.
Yeah, so it's Drake always feels like to me that he has Shakespeare as his manager.
Yeah.
Right? So he seems more cultured than like a lot of other rappers out there.
Yeah, but
if you would consider him, some people don't even consider him a rapper.
Oh, it's terrible. I keep talking over you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's nothing new. Finally, at least you're noticing this right now.
Because I'm more conscious of what the audience is hearing.
I don't care about you guys. I'm gonna be.
My idol for like rap, I don't think Drake is anything compared to Tupac, and you know why I like Tupac, because I've grown up on him. Because my brother forced it. I mean, I wasn't the generation of Tupac. I was the generation of like the 90s, like Will and stuff. But my brother always blasted it, and I only was able to appreciate it when my brother stopped repeating it and just gave up on Tupac. And then you just listen to his lyrics, and they're so poetic and amazing. Yeah, they're about bitches and blunts and crap like that. But then they're also emotional. Whereas Drake is about bitches and blunts, and then, like Will says, it's like the second half of a Drake song, where it just goes like from like really rap crap to like I love you. Da-na-na-na. So I have to like listen to it and then maybe I gotta get wise on Drake and then compare him to Tupac, because I don't think anybody's as good as Tupac. And you don't even know who Tupac is properly, do you?
I know. Well, I know who Tupac is.
No,
obviously.
you know of him. You don't know his songs. That's like me. Well, I know of Drake, but I don't know anything about his songs.
But here's the thing about Tupac is that every time I listen to Tupac, right, it feels like one of those like really early 80s rap. It's like, I went to the club the other day. Like he's like Dr. Zeus or something.
Diverse though.
Zeus. Yeah.
His stuff is so diverse though. Like there's those kind of songs, and then there's the mellow ones, and then there's like the ones you want to.
Okay. One thing you said about about bitches and blunts and poetry. What if you take a book of poems, rip off a page, and make a blunt out of that? That would be poetic, right?
And that was Faust doesn't have a point. Ding ding ding.
I usually don't, but I like going on tangents.
Yeah, well, tangents are boring. I'm sorry.
Tangents are like the backbone of a podcast.
True. I mean, William and Darren, shut. They go off on a tangent, so that's awesome. Our ones are less interesting. But like, have you ever listened to the podcast? I don't know if you have, Faust.
I did like once or twice.
Okay.
I like the podcast. It's just like any other podcast where like a few people talk to each other.
But like I want to know if when you listen to them both do the podcast, was there anything that you didn't understand or references that they made? Because Will and Darren make so many references that I can't even understand. Because
I understand a lot.
They're American and I'm British. I wonder if other people get that as well. Like,
well,
I've had to Urban Dictionary lots of things just because of William and Darren shot.
Oh, well, I understand a lot of the stuff they're saying, but I still have to like Urban Dictionary the rest. Well, I haven't listened to their podcast in like 3 months now, so I don't
Why
know.
are you here?
Not 3 months. Wait, they didn't start this in 3 months. But 3 months ago, like I think it was a month ago.
Well, I can give
Well,
examples.
I'm here
like,
because you dragged me here.
Well, I had to Urban Dictionary shade. Didn't know what throw shade at people meant. I was like,
It means
what the
to diss, right? That's
Yeah,
what it means. Right?
in Britain you say diss. So can we change it to diss, people? Can we agree instead of shade we're gonna say diss? Thank you, people. Thank you. So
Yeah.
dissing
Well,
people.
they won't understand. They're drunk.
Oh right, yeah, that's
because
true.
of the shots they've been taking.
Yeah, William and Darren shot. Also, what else did I have to Urban Dictionary from them? Shade and smash.
Yeah, Smash is
I was
like.
like, what smash? And
Well,
I love.
wait, hold on a second. I heard Smash in England first.
Shut up! I've
Yeah,
never
I
heard of
did.
smash.
One of our
And I
friends
live here.
said it.
I
Like
live here.
I don't want to say his name.
Of course
but
not. Duh. If anybody ever found out who I was on this podcast, I'd be out of a job.
Oh.
You didn't think of that, did you? Why do you think we got
Oh.
like Yuki and Faust? What do you think?
Okay. Oh yeah. So that means I'm actually Faust right now.
Duh.
Oh, okay. So I can say whatever I want.
And this was Faust has an epiphany. Faust has an epiphany.
Alright. That's is going to be useful in the future.
Yeah, this is not. What else was I going to say? Yeah, Smash. I love how Will is so innocent still. He says sec instead of sex. I mean, I can say sex. Sex. But he is still saying sec. I love that. Like, he's so young and sweet, and even though, like, he's just recently started cursing and stuff, I think he's so sweet, still censoring stuff. Sec.
Okay.
What do you think? Like, what do you think of a person not swearing until they're 21?
Well, I like William Haynes. Yeah, I mean that's all I'm gonna say about I like him as a host. I think he's going to be like I think he's going to be like a legit comedian in the future, like Chris Rock, something like.
I think this is why I'm doing this podcast, because one day he's gonna be so famous that we're not gonna ever be able to even like come close to even tweeting him and him having the possibility of him tweeting us back or something, because he's gonna be so.
Well, I'm not that crazy about him. Just letting you guys know.
I'm total
right?
fangirl.
You're the psychotic one.
No,
I like him in a
psychotic would be traipsing through his like Instagram and finding out what he's been up to before he was, source ready, and knowing his birthday, which is January the 1st, 19. I'm kidding. I don't know when he was born. See, I'm not a proper fangirl because ain't nobody got time for that. I don't have time for that, going through comments, and I don't even tweet. I'm the type of person that's a silent listener, silent fangirl. I don't fangirl hard. What did you say?
Yeah, okay. I don't know, man. I still think you're gonna wear his skin one day.
His skin is so lovely. I would love to, William, if you're listening, I want your pelt. That does not sound right. But I have a separate crush on Darren von Gardner. Really, I do. But that would be horrible if I crush on both, because then, I have the power to split them both. Because, everyone loves me.
Yeah.
This is me smiling. Obviously, you
can't see. I thought the screen froze. You held that smile on so long.
Well, William and Darren have this crew called the Fresh Brothers. Did you know that?
No.
They created. Well, I hate you. They created a group called the Fresh Brothers where it's just their own crew, and they say to be part of our crew, you gotta be cool, you gotta act right, you gotta look right. You just gotta be part of the crew.
Well, I think I struck out then.
Yeah, I don't think you're ever gonna be part of it. I was aiming to be part of the Fresh Brothers, but the brother thing kind of excludes women.
Kind of
that includes you and me.
Yeah.
but if we were to name our crew, because, you know, you never know, someone might want to be our friend and stuff.
Okay.
Because, I gotta be honest, the only friend I have in this world is you, properly.
Okay, that's not sad.
Yeah. So, you want to name our crew? They established themselves in 2014 as Fresh Brothers. What would we name our crew? What would we name our crew then? If they're the Fresh Brothers.
I want to say best friends, but that's already taken.
That is so lame. That's so cute at the same time.
That's lame? Well, someone has that. Someone has that, actually.
Aww.
That's already taken.
What would it be? The Fresh Brothers.
What? Like, who has that taken? It's a channel called Kind of Funny.
No, dude. I'm saying, what would we be? You're missing the point.
Oh, no, man.
The Fangirls?
I'm a guy, dude. Just,
whatever
you
you
have
say.
no chill.
Whatever you say.
What about the Gatorators? No.
What is Gatorade?
There's a bottle of Gatorade, like, right on my table, so that's what I'm saying.
You're not very good at this.
Okay. Let me just get this straight. You wouldn't let me look up barbecue wings, or whatever the Shakespeare outfit was, right? But it's okay for us to spend all this time to think up of a name.
Because it's related to William and Darren shot.
Oh. Well, no, the Shakespeare thing is related to him too. You know, one day he's gonna wear that.
You know what? If anybody's listening, give us a name.
Yeah, just tell us.
Give us a name. I don't care if it's the Shit Crew, the Lame Brothers.
No. I care if it's the Shit Crew.
I don't care, cause
No, it's
trust
not.
me.
It's
you
not,
know we're kind of. You know, you keep saying we're piggybacking off other people's.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't want to be famous. If I ever get found out of who I am, I'm in big trouble with a lot of people. So I'm not doing this to be famous or piggyback off of anybody else's fame. But if someone's listening, name us, and that will be our name, even if it's for shits or jokes.
No,
you know,
no, let's
name
not.
us.
Don't. That's a horrible
whatever
idea.
crew you want us to be. Post it in the comment, or if we're in SoundCloud, or if we're in the clouds. I don't care. Name us. Because we can't think of anything. We took so long in Twitter and Gmail. Oh, God. It was horrible. And you weren't very helpful, Faust. So, fuck you. Next. Are you frozen? Oh, shit. The internet connection's gone down. So, my internet went. So, we're back. We were, naming the crew and everything?
You know, it should be a requirement.
What was that?
Oh my God, I think William Haynes is talking to us from heaven.
You should be the type of person that when you don't want to do something, you don't do it.
I hope not. I would kill myself. I'm kidding. I'm not that bad. I had their podcast in the background. I apologize to the listeners. Copyright material. You know what? This podcast is not going to last very long because it's either going to end because I'm going back to work in 2 weeks, or it's going to end. It's going to last until William and Darren sue us for copyright material.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's the truth. We all know it. So this is kind of like the limited edition podcast.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Again, while it's hot, people.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? If you name us, then I'll invite that person to talk on this podcast. How about that?
Okay.
You are so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm not uncomfortable with like speaking to people.
Well, I said it, so I gotta live up to it, right?
Okay.
Or I'll just give them a cookie.
No, it's okay. I don't mind talking.
That'd be so funny if we get people that comment on our stuff in our podcast. Anyway, one more thing that I want to... there's a few more things, like 3 more things, so I guess we're going on.
Oh, one more thing. You have to be over, like, 16.
Nah, 18.
Like, okay, 18. I don't want to talk to, like, a 12-year-old kid.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, plus a 12-year-old kid shouldn't be talking to us. That's my point.
Yeah. Well, I should have a very good view of this because my job is like, I'm not even going to give anyone a clue. I'm never going to say it. Alright, good terms. So if you name our crew, then, and you're above 18 years of age, you'll have to provide evidence of that. Disclaimer. And we'll invite you on the podcast to talk to us about crap. That would be cool. Okay, the next thing that I wanted to talk about was how William Haynes kind of changed something that happened to me this summer. And you know about this. He was saying, why do people do shit they don't want to do?
Yeah.
And I think they are really young. Well, William is really young. Darren's like our age, kind of. And they had such... For people that sound like childish, they give they have some real good insights into people's lives and stuff. Why do people do shit they don't want to do? Do you know?
I don't know.
I've
never done
Go on.
shit I don't want to do.
Really?
I mean, most of the times, like, I've done stuff that's usually destructive to me, but that's the stuff I want to do anyway, right? So, like, if I'm, you know, well, I don't want to be specific, but, like, if I'm doing anything, right, it's only because if I want to do it.
Yeah. I'm the opposite.
So, yeah.
Like, I do shit that I don't want to do because other people are doing it. And I'm a big person of, I used to really get peer pressured into doing things. Even now, I'm like 24, and I still get peer pressured into doing things. And then when I heard William say that thing, why do people do shit they don't want to do? Why don't they just not do it if they don't want to do it? And I was like, yeah, why am I being stupid? I mean, this helped me a lot because I'm that person. Because, you know, this summer I've been, like, real, like... I'm with this person and I don't want to be with this person and I don't want to do things with this person because it's morally wrong, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
So. Yeah, I know.
Right. And I'm a big advocate of morals and stuff, even though I have no values and morals left. But I have a conscience still. And I was like, William's right. Will's right. I need to do what I want to do. So then I texted that guy and I was like, you know, I don't want to do this. Straight up.
Oh, wow.
You know about it, right? Straight
up.
I
know about it.
And I was like, I don't want to do this. And he was like, is there any specific reason? I was like, I don't want to do shit that I don't want to do. And this is not what I want to do, so I'm not going to do it. And he was like...
probably smart.
Yeah, really smart. And because of that, Will, like, that changed me a bit. And I want to say thank you, Will. If you ever want to call me, it's 514-225... I don't know. I don't know what American digits are like. In England, I'm kidding.
Because
that's
I was
not
confused because that's not how UK numbers start.
I know. You know how many digits UK numbers have? If Bobby Valentino did a song, he wouldn't say until 7 digits are on my hand. It would be like until 11 digits are on my hand. 11 UK has. And nobody remembers anybody's numbers because they're all on your contacts.
Well, Saudi Arabia has 10.
Wow. I mean, England had to go one extra, didn't they? 11 digits. 11 digits. I'm kidding. But yeah, my life is better because of that. Just because of that one podcast, the first one, where it was like, don't do shit you don't want to do. I was like,
and I'm guessing that's why you started this podcast, right?
Yeah, because I feel like there's a lot of people out there, whoever's listening to their podcast, when someone talks, something gets to them, you know, something reaches them, and something that Will and Darren talked about really got to me, and I think there's going to be plenty more of that where it comes from, which is why the podcast is really, you know, going somewhere, and this podcast is never going to go anywhere. But yeah. Now, I want to get to something fun. Do you want to do something fun?
Okay.
So, you know, Darren, in this podcast, he was talking about some girl he dated, and Will, he named her Snake Woman, because she's his ex, and he named his ex Snake Woman. And if you think hard, I mean, you've known me for a long time, and if I said I know a Snake Woman as well, you would know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah. So when Darren keeps talking about the snake woman, his ex, it just keeps reminding me of a person I know, the snake woman.
Yeah.
So he likes, Will likes throwing shade at snake woman. So I thought we could call this segment, Throw Shade at Snake Woman.
Okay.
Hold on. So throwing shade at Snake Woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a sound effect for it.
Dude, you can't interrupt the sound thing, alright? While
Sorry.
it's going on.
Do it again.
I'm gonna start that again, okay? So this is, we're gonna throw some shade at Snake Woman. Snake Woman's so fat, she can't get out of bed. Oh! Your turn.
Well, I'm not throwing shade at Snake Woman.
Come on! That's the whole segment. You're ruining it.
No, it's... Come on, man.
You're ruining it. Just imagine it's the Snake Woman I know. Come on. You know you want it.
Her hair is way too short for her.
Oh! Okay, my turn.
Stop making me do this.
It's fun! Come on, throwing shade at people is hilarious. Alright, my turn. Snake Woman is so manipulative. She just controls everything. And she's got her claws in people. This is where you go, oh.
Oh.
Yeah, you get in the hang of this. Of this. By the way, anything I say, throwing shade at Snake Woman, I don't really mean it. And it's mostly aimed at the person I know.
You said that you don't really mean it?
Okay, maybe
So what's the point of this?
It's just for fun. There's a Reddit thread where people are just throwing shade at Darren's ex. It's hilarious. I think it's funny. We should join in, you know?
Wait, are we throwing shade at Darren's ex or the Snake Woman in our life? I mean, your life.
All snake women in the world.
Oh, okay. I have a
Everyone knows a snake woman.
Okay, I have a good one.
Alright, go on.
Dogs are better than cats. Oh, that must have hurt.
Alright, so if you enjoyed this podcast, I'm going to tell you how to get in touch with us.
Don't.
I'm
kidding.
You know what? Listen, everyone. Okay, if anybody's listening out there, I don't care if you throw shade at us. I don't care if you tell us this is a great podcast. I don't care even if you swear at us. I want to hear from you. We want to know what you're thinking.
Actually, yeah, I'm pretty curious about how this all went down as well. So
yeah, I really want to know what people think. That's probably how Will and Darren think as well. You know what? I was listening to SourceFed podcast and Will said this one thing where it was with the Seychelles Gabriel.
I haven't seen that one yet. I probably should.
The lady that does the voice for Asami in Korra. He was saying to her, or someone was saying to her, isn't it weird that people are talking about you even if you're not here? Like, William was talking about her way before she came on the podcast. And she was like, yeah, it's a little weird. And then Will was like, imagine one day someone might be doing that about you, Will. You know, someone might be talking about you without you being there. And this is it, right? There are two people in the world that are talking about Will and Darren.
Shot.
Okay, guys, if you want to get into touch with us at Gmail, it's HeDidn'tTextBack.podcast@gmail.com. If you want to get into touch with us via Twitter, I'm definitely sure it is HDTB. Hold on. HDTB Podcast. That's HDTB Podcast. We want to know what you think and what you think about Snake Woman as well. And tell us if you've been counting down how many times I've said Will and Darren and you've taken a shot every time I've said that. How drunk are you on a scale of 1 to 10? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. My homework tonight, I don't know about you, is to listen to a Drake song. Oh, I'm going to kill myself. And and find out what this Drake guy is about, because I still hate him. And if Faust, if William and Darren actually hear about this podcast, or if anyone tweets at them about this podcast, we would love you forever. If they listen, Faust, what would you say to them if they are listening right now?
I have no clue.
Peace.
Just tell us how we're doing. I mean, I'm pretty curious about like how this is turning out. But just tell us how we're doing, and if either of us are entertaining, or if we're not, yeah, just tell us about that too.
Is that all you would say to Will and Darren? Shot?
Oh, to Will and Darren.
Oh,
I thought you meant to the person who tweets us, to Will and Darren.
So what would you say to Will and Darren?
Well, to Will and Darren. I was like, yeah, I'll just do a joint podcast, I suppose.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But you know what? I would be afraid that we have nothing in common, except that I love Avatar and I love anime, and that's it.
We'll find something.
Aww, yeah. That's peaceful. Well, this was Yuki and Faust hosting the first ever podcast of the HeDidn'tTextBack Podcast. Hopefully we'll be seeing you next time. Say bye.
All right. Bye.
Push.